I'm Linda Yueh. I'm an economist and I'm an author. My latest book is The Great Economist: How Their Ideas Can Help Us Today. It will take government policies in 4 areas. 1 is health spending. 2 is to keep people in work. That will prevent a loss of productive capacity in the economy after the pandemic subsides. Keeping afloat viable businesses who are also employers, and then ensuring financial stability both nationally and internationally. Because the pandemic is an economic shock, it is possible to use government policies to cushion that shock and prepare the economy to grow again once the pandemic subsides. In terms of what business leaders can do to prepare for growth, I think there are a number of things to think about, but one is, until there's a vaccine, it's likely that different parts of the world will enter into and come out of restrictive measures and lockdowns at different times. Preparing for a world economy where you have markets at different stages would be a useful thing to think about. So really diversify markets and thinking about where growth is going to come from. I think an important thing for organizations to think about in terms of innovating during this time is we are likely to have social distancing measures for a while, which means, has your company, your organization, used technology to make remote working more productive? So companies that are able to have more of their workers upskilled and work remotely using technology, that may well be a way of ensuring productivity and growth through this very uncertain time. There's a number of ways that economies will need to change in this new era. And I think one of the ways that economies will change is they'll have to cope with closed borders because of the pandemic. So thinking about supply chain diversification, so using 3D printing or additive manufacturing to localize supply chains, produce locally, and really think about the balance between global and national distributors and supply chains. I think that's one way of being able to manage through these turbulent times. And then finally, the most positive change we can take from the crisis, I would say think about your HR systems. Think about enabling people to work flexibly and remotely. Now this, in terms of economic studies, have shown that workers with more freedom, they tend to be better in terms of welfare and experience better well-being, and they're found to be more productive.